Chad can't be my son. My son is dead.
She said she's my mother?
Come on, you've had the medical examiner's report for over an hour now. What's taking you guys? All right, you know where to find me.
Working on homicide?
I'm hoping to put together a complete profile on Crystal before the day's out. Computer should be kicking in with information on her professional life, both here in the States and overseas.
What about a private?
Well, the FBI's lending a hand. I'm waiting for O'Brien to come back from Crystal's hotel room. I told him to turn the place upside down this time. Check every feather and every pillowcase if he has to. I'm telling you, if there's any information in that room, I'm gonna find it.
You know, there's more to this case than meets the eye. But I gotta ask you, are you throwing yourself into this case because you want to solve it so bad? Or to take your mind off Sheridan Crane?
Just for your information, this is totally routine procedure.
Right then. I guess this is it.
That's right. We don't ever have to see each other again.
Finally. I came here to clear my mind of everything negative, especially Luis. Why can't I get him out of my head?
It's Antoine.
Is she dead?
No, not yet. Such a pity. There are not enough beautiful women in the world. And soon there will be one less.
If you cannot keep your mind on your work, I will come there and kill her myself.
It is not necessary. The deed will be done. She's all alone. There is no one to interfere.
If only I could stop thinking about you, Luis. I would never care in the world. It's perfect, isn't it?
It's very nice.
I'm glad you both like it. It's just been recently refurbished, so you and your bride-to-be will be the very first couple to inaugurate it, so to speak.
You don't understand. Teresa's a good friend. She's just helping me plan my wedding. My fiancée couldn't make it, so she asked Teresa to come and help me decide where we should spend our honeymoon together.
Oh, forgive me. The young lady's so pretty, and she seemed so excited when she saw the honeymoon suite. I just assumed. Forgive me. I'll leave you alone so that you can make your decision.
Oh, well, that's...
No, take your time. And don't forget, before you leave, either you or the young lady must try out our new love bed.
Of the one who could sing so sweet, and I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Then you approve.
Ethan, it's like out of a dream.
So you think Gwen will want to spend our honeymoon here?
Well, how could she not? Well, look at the view over the ocean from the terrace.
doing?
I'm taking some pictures since Gwen can't make it. Figure I'll send them to her.
I could spend the rest of my life right here, Ethan.
You wouldn't miss Harmony?
Maybe about after 20 years. It's the most romantic place I've ever seen.
Hello? Sheridan. Oh. You still at the cabin? No. I'm glad you called. Excuse me?
This day could last forever.
Sheridan, just let me explain.
But you told me you weren't going to go to Bermuda with Teresa.
Well, things changed.
I'll say. What made you decide to take her with you?
Nothing. It wasn't me. She just hopped on the plane at the last minute. And I didn't have the heart to tell her to get off.
Did you ever think for once that maybe you don't want to? You did have a fantasy about making love to her.
That doesn't mean anything. It was just the result of suggestions put in my head by my father and Chad. I mean, I love Gwen. And I'm here planning my honeymoon with her.
But you're not with Gwen. You're with Teresa.
Look, trust me, Sheridan. You are on the wrong track here. I mean, we're almost through here anyway. We'll be headed back to Harmony in less than an hour. Look, enough about me. How are you doing?
Wonderful. I don't have a care in the world. Especially with no Luis.
As long as you're happy. Let me talk to Mike for a minute.
You mean my jailer?
Sheridan, you are not a prisoner. He's there to protect you.
Well, I would love to put you on the phone with him, but he's not here.
Again?
Now, don't get excited. I just sent him back to town to get some things that I forgot. He'll be right back.
All right. But I don't like the idea of you being alone, even for a little while.
I'm fine, Ethan. I couldn't be safer.
Hey! Watch it, man! Someone could get hurt.
Doesn't have anything to do with Sheridan. And now that she's got a full-time babysitter...
You mean bodyguard?
It's the same thing as far as she's concerned. Now that she's got protection 24/7, I don't have to waste another second of my life thinking about her.
Whatever you say.
Look, Sam, if I'm heavy into breaking this homicide case, it's because I hate to see innocent people killed for no apparent reason.
No new leads?
No. Looks like our girl Crystal here was shot and killed from a distance from a single bullet from a high-powered rifle.
That pretty much rules out mugging as a motive.
Yeah. Deeper get into the questions I've got.
Hey! Is anybody up for a game of b-ball?
I hate to tell you this, Hank, but some of us have jobs.
Yeah, I know. I'm working too. All right, I picked up a temp gig down by the docks. I'm on my lunch break.
Ooh. Sorry, man. I didn't realize.
Yeah, no problem. What about you, pal?
Hey, not today, man.
Go on, get out of here. We can do without you for an hour or so. Go work out. Come back refreshed. This case is definitely not going anywhere.
I'm telling you, though, something bothers me about this stuff with crystals.
I said get out of here.
All right, I'm going.
What did you say?
Just asked you if you heard anything new on Crystal's murder. Her death really shook me up, especially since she said she knew my mother.
No, I haven't heard anything, Chad. What are you doing here, young lady?
I just came by for some coffee and a magazine.
Not to see Chad?
No.
You better be telling me the truth, Whitney. I haven't forgotten that you wound up at a jazz club with Chad last night.
Look, I told you I was with Teresa.
The same club where the featured singer gets murdered. I think that would have taught you a lesson.
Mom, you're not making any sense. What does Crystal's death have to do with me?
It's just the kind of people that you've been spending time with lately is certainly not the people that I raised you and Simone to associate with. I knew that Chad would be a bad influence.
He didn't do anything wrong, Mom. Look, if you just gave him half a chance, you would realize that he can be really nice.
Now, don't tell me that there's something going on between you two.
No.
Oh, excuse me, Dr. Russell. I didn't mean to freak you out before. I just been having a tough time dealing with Crystal's death, that's all.
Well, like I told you already, Chad, I can't shed any light on it for you.
Well, Chief Bennett is looking into it, ain't he? I mean, he's gonna find out who killed her, right?
I'm sure he's gonna try.
You know, last night everybody was talking about it like it was some kind of random shooting. But you know, I've been thinking, ain't it possible that somebody might have killed Crystal because of the information she was going to give me about my parents?
Why do you ask me, Chad? I don't know anything about Crystal, and I know even less about your mother and father. Aren't there plenty of other places that you could go to get coffee and a magazine?
Mom, you are being very rude.
No, that's all right, Whitney. Ain't exactly been a love fest between me and your moms anyway. Only now I seem to rub her wrong worse than before. What's up, Dr. Russell? What, you afraid it's getting hot and heavy between me and your daughter? Well, set your mind at rest, Dr. Russell. There is nothing going on between Whitney and me.
See, Mom, that's what I was trying to tell you. Chad and I don't see eye to eye on anything. We have absolutely nothing in common.
Just the people I was hoping to see.
Hey, what's up, Chief Bennett?
How you doing?
Hey, man, you find out anything new on Crystal's murder?
Not yet, Chad, but we're working on it. And, Eve, you know, your medical report was very helpful, but I guess I could use a little layman's translation in one of the more technical sections. You mind coming back over to the station?
No, I don't mind.
Great. Actually, we're going to need the three of you. Chad can get away.
Yeah, it's no problem. Beth's in the back. She won't mind.
Good.
Why do you need Whitney?
Well, we need to interview everyone who spoke to Crystal the night she was killed. It's just a formality.
Mom, I don't mind at all.
My daughter being interviewed in a homicide investigation? It's not exactly the future I had envisioned for you, Whitney. You sure this is necessary, Sam?
I'm afraid so. But I promise it won't take long.
You know, you're a terrible liar.
Thanks. Teresa tells me that all the time.
Yeah, well, she's right. Because there's no way your mom's gonna believe you don't like me when that kiss I gave you was written all over your face.
I wasn't even thinking about that at all, okay?
Like I said, you're a terrible liar.
All right, pay attention, officer. I'm gonna whoop your butt.
Oh, yeah, you and who else, Bennett?
Me and my ultra cool fadeaway.
Beginner's luck.
Oh, you wish. You wouldn't want to put a wager on it, would you?
Oh,
Huh?
okay. All right. You win. I'll buy you a cheeseburger at Louis. How's that?
No, actually, I was thinking about something a little more lasting. I win, you keep your mitts off Sheridan Crane.
I thought we were talking about if you win. See, that's something I'd be more than glad to do anyway.
No, seriously, okay? There's no more kidnappings, no more arrests, no more arguing, no more nada where Sheridan's concerned.
All right, you got it, pal. See, that's what I call a win-win bet. Unless I see that ditzy blonde, happier I'll be.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
The only problem is, you're talking like you're gonna win.
Okay, what do you want if, and this is a big if, you win?
Okay. You keep going out with Sheridan, which in my opinion would be the wrong thing to do. I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, I don't even want to hear one word about that spoiled brat,
Hey,
okay?
hey, watch it, buddy. You're talking about the girl I'm planning to marry.
Marry? But you think you're going to get that far with Sheridan?
Well, yeah, if I've got anything to say about it, you better believe it.
I don't mean to be a nag, Ethan, but do you really think it's wise for you to go with Teresa to a honeymoon resort? Ethan, you there? I asked you a question.
Yes, I'm still here. Look, relax, Sheridan. Teresa and I are just friends.
Be careful.
I know what I'm doing.
All I'm saying is that situations can arise and things can happen, and then your feelings get involved. Then it's too late.
Well, nothing like that is going to happen between Teresa and me. And we're just going to look at the grounds, take some pictures, make some notes, and then we head back. There won't be enough time for any unexpected situations.
I still don't get it. When Crystal left the club, she said she's gonna bring back papers that would tell me who my mother and my father were.
Well, we've looked everywhere for those documents. Crystal's coat, her bag, her dressing room at the club.
What about a hotel room?
Well, we checked there the night that she was killed. But I got a guy checking through it again today. So far, we haven't turned up anything. Steve, why do you have the evidence bag?
Sorry, Chad.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's not like I was counting on Crystal to solve my life or anything. I know better than that.
All I'm saying is I'm sure that Chief Bennett will be able to find the papers. He'll be able to come up with something.
Please, sit down. All right. Now, I brought you two in because I want you to try to remember everything that you and Crystal talked about backstage the night she was killed, no matter how inconsequential it seemed at the time.
I didn't know you were backstage with Chad, Whitney.
Oh, well, I was with Teresa, but she had to go backstage to ask Crystal to sing a special song for her during the first set.
She's telling the truth, Dr. Russell. Believe me. There's no way your daughter'd ever want to spend time alone with me.
I know you were trying to get Crystal to tell you the names of your parents.
That's all we ever talked about.
Is there anything that you haven't told me that you think might shed some light on our investigation into a murder?
Kid, it could be something. Crystal talked a lot about an old friend of hers.
You really have it in for the Cranes, don't you?
What else is new? I'm just glad that Teresa got over her crush on Master Ethan. Now, if I could only get my mother to quit her job working for them.
Yeah, well, good luck.
She'll quit. Once I can convince her that the Cranes are behind my father's disappearance.
Oh, no, you're not back to that again, are you?
I never let it go. One of these days, I'm gonna bust the Cranes and open that little bag of dirty secrets.
Well, be careful, man. I mean, the Crane family wields a lot of power around here. You so much as look at Julian the wrong way, and you're gonna end up back behind bars before you knew it hit you.
Yeah, I'll watch my back. But I won't give up. I just wish I knew why my family was a Crane's favorite target.
Well, it's ancient history, man. I mean, now that Teresa's gotten over her monster crush on Ethan and you've sworn off Sheridan, there's no reason for your paths ever to cross again.
You're right. Sheridan's her bodyguard's headache now.
As long as you and Teresa head back to Harmony today.
But that's the plan. I mean, it's not like we're going to spend the night here together. What do I have to do to prove to you that I love Gwen? I'm marrying her.
All I'm saying is that things can happen when you least expect them to.
Sheridan, you know, you sound like you're speaking from personal experience. Tell me the truth. Are you still hung up on Louise?
No. I mean, whatever I thought we once had is over. I'm beyond that. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why I came up to the cabin, so I could clear my mind and figure out where I'm going from here.
No, as long as you don't go back to Paris.
Don't worry. I'll steer clear of Jean-Luc's drug friends for a long time to come. But I can't promise that I'll stay in Harmony.
Sheridan, no.
Look, I'll stick around for you and Gwen to get married. But after that, I'm gone.
I'm becoming wary of all your stalling. Shoot her and get it over with.
She's still on the telephone. If I kill her now, the person she's talking to will be concerned by the sudden silence.
Always the excuse.
You have my word. The moment she hangs up, I will let her have it.
Don't forget, I win, you gotta keep your word. No more cutting in on me and Sheridan for the rest of your natural life.
All right, you can take it to the bank, buddy. As long as she doesn't get in my face, I'm not gonna get in hers.
As long as we understand each other.
You know, I still think you ought to rethink your game plan. The woman can turn on you like a dime. In 1 minute, you think she's with you, and she leaves you in the dust.
Well, that's your story with her, not mine.
Well, maybe you'll have better luck with her. You know, maybe you two will find common ground. I gotta get back to the station, Hank.
Oh, wait. We're tied, man. The next point breaks it.
All right, then.
One more game.
Hey, it's not gonna matter, buddy. I'm still gonna beat the pants off you.
Dude, get out of here.
I'm gone. Look, I gotta get down to the station. Now I can finally focus on what's important, my work. I cracked this murder case. I'm that close to making detective.
Well, I hope it happens for you, pal.
Not as much as I do.
I hate to tell you this, though. You may have won the game today, but I feel like I've won the whole tournament. Now that you've sworn off Sheridan, it's time for Big Hank to make his move. Sheridan's not only the girl of my dreams, but I'm gonna be a millionaire without any help from Regis Philbin.
All right, man. I told you. The field's wide open as far as I'm concerned. Sheridan made it pretty obvious that she doesn't want anything to do with me.
Good luck, Ethan. I hope your trip to Bermuda proves to be very uneventful. You know what I mean. I will. Don't worry about me. I'll see you when I get back. Bye. I hope the hot water's working. I could really use a shower. Did I lock the front door or not? What am I doing? There's nobody around for miles. Between Ethan and Luis, they've given me the jitters.
Tough and dirty job, but someone must do it.
This is the best day of my entire life, Ethan. I wish it would never end.
Come in.
Well, I hope you found our honeymoon suite to your liking.
Oh, it's to
Very
die
nice.
for.
Well, let's hope that your fiancée is as impressed with our resort as your friend is.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Forgive the intrusion, but the kitchen needs to know what you'll be having for dinner tonight. Your wish is our command.
Do you mean we can order anything we want?
Oh, yes, it's called off-menu dining. But I'm afraid we won't be staying. We're leaving tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But surely you won't leave before you've toured the grounds.
Oh, no, of course not. Would you like to come, Teresa?
Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to stay here. I can't get enough of the view from the terrace.
No, I won't be long.
What? It's me.
Teresa, I thought you were in Bermuda.
I am. Oh, you should see it. But I wish you were here.
Well, yeah, I do too. It'd be a whole lot nicer than this police station.
What?
It's okay, it's okay. Chief Bennett just wanted to question Chad and me about Crystal's death. So, when are you coming home?
If it was up to me, never. Wet. The bed is as big as Rhode Island, and when you lie back on it, you can hear the surf lapping up against the shore.
The bed?
Don't get excited. Ethan went for a tour of the grounds. I'm all by myself.
Well, that's something, I guess.
The trouble is, Ethan wants to leave soon, and I was hoping if we could at least have dinner that I could get him to admit he has feelings for me.
Teresa.
Don't make fun, Whit. I know if I had the whole night I could make it happen, but... well, that's asking for way too much.
You know, I don't think anything is asking too much of you anymore.
What do you mean?
As much as I hate to admit it, you are awfully good at pulling rabbits out of hats at the last minute. Nothing at this point would surprise me with you.
Crystal didn't tell you her old friend's name?
I wish. Yo, but she did say that her friend used to sing the same blues song that Crystal sang when I first heard her. As a matter of fact, Crystal claimed that she sang it with even more heart than she did.
That's not much to go on, but it's a start.
So what you saying? You saying y'all got a shot at figuring out the name of Crystal's friend?
A couple of years ago, I would have said it was like looking for a needle in a haystack. With computers nowadays, we should be able to turn up the names of everyone Crystal ever knew.
No two people in the world can resist the magic of this place.
You're exaggerating.
Whit, I am not. If you and Chad came down here together, you would fall madly in love with each other on the spot.
Yeah, well, it would take a whole lot more than Bermuda to make something happen between me and Chad.
Never say never.
I'm serious. At least one of us would need a lobotomy, okay? We're just too different. All we do is argue. And even if we did like each other, we just don't get along. We're not meant for each other.
Have you ever heard about opposites attracting?
That's called a cliché, Teresa.
Wit. Clichés become clichés because they happen all of the time. Ethan's back. I gotta go. I don't want to waste one precious second.
Look, just promise me one thing, okay? Just don't do anything stupid.
Bye. How was it?
The gardens were extraordinary. So, have you had enough of this balmy Bermuda breeze?
I guess.
Anything new on that crystal case?
Nothing new per se, but I'm running the search right now. We should have something any minute. You and that evidence bag.
Oh, there's something about it that keeps bugging me.
You mind sharing it with me?
What if I could, but I don't know what it is. Sooner or later, it's bound to hit me.
Mom, are you okay? You look upset.
No, I'm fine. I just have some things on my mind.
You know, Chad, I've never seen you like this before.
Like what?
You know, without all the attitude. Letting your feelings show.
Well, for the first time since Crystal's death, I'm thinking maybe there's hope for me.
Well, of course there is, Chad. I mean, any second that computer is going to come up with the name of someone who knew Crystal from her past. And maybe she knows what Crystal is going to tell you about yours.
Come on, baby. If you know anything about my parents, please give it up. What did I do now?
Oh, I guess I should have known it was too good to last, right?
What?
You're getting all defensive again. Look, I just wanted to thank you for covering up in front of my mother before.
Yeah, you mean lie.
It wasn't lying exactly, okay? If she knew that I was backstage with just you, she'd be upset.
And whatever Whitney does, she wouldn't dream of upsetting dear old Mom.
Do you always have to be such a jerk?
Well, it's about that time. We should probably start for the airport.
If you say so.
Come in.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news, Mr. Crane.
Oh, what's that?
We've just gotten word from the airport that all flights heading north from the island have been canceled until tomorrow morning due to a storm heading here from the mainland.
But that's not possible.
I'm sorry. I know you were hoping to get back home, but we'll be more than happy to have you as our guests tonight.
Why do you always have to pick a fight with me?
Me? No, you're the one who can't have a normal conversation because you're too afraid the world's gonna end if you go against your mother.
Oh, how dare you?
No,
please.
no, Whitney, check it out. All right, maybe if you stop worrying so much about what your moms would say, then maybe we could have a conversation. Who knows? Maybe we could even have more than that.
It can't be a picture of me. No one could dig back 20 years and connect me with Crystal. It's impossible.
So what are you thinking, Luis?
Crystal's belongings keep reminding me of something. Or someone. Can't put my finger on it yet. But I will.